welcome everybody. It's an exciting moment for us, hopefully very exciting for you guys as well. Congratulations on a wonderful sim racing career for many, and now a real racing career hopefully lies ahead.
Spreading the word, just getting people to know what we're doing, to follow your stories, to follow what we're doing, and believe in it, get behind this, because it's transformational. You can get a lot of people in racing who deserve to be here because of their talent.
So we're going to put you through tests over the next 3 days, on and off track.
This is a competition. As much as you like each other, as much as you guys admire each other, as much as you guys want to be buddies and friends, you are each other's competition. So that level of adrenaline and excitement and anxiety will heighten, and we look forward to experiencing that with you.
Welcome to Racing Prodigy. This is the physical assessment side of things. You all are sim racers, which physically doesn't really require much of anything. I'm sorry, but it doesn't. And you have to learn that driving a race car is hard. The forces on the neck are tough. G-forces, the reaction times are a lot different now. If you screw up now, you're in the wall. Not like being in a game where you reset things. We're going to measure your aerobic capacity. So the test that we're going to do today, we're going to run through a 12-minute run on the treadmill. You're going to run for 12 minutes as far as you can, one at a time. As soon as you finish, you sit down for 60 seconds, we'll measure your heart rate recovery. That's critical because in the race car, the heart rate's going to go high, but you want to have it set up so that you're fit enough that it drops as quickly as possible. That's one test. We'll do a reaction test. We'll measure your reaction times. We'll measure your grip strength test with a dead hang where you're hanging from a bar. Neck strength also, and then we'll do an upper body push-up test. Those are the 5 tests.
Reporter's always on. Like the moment they start talking to you and the second they have that interview, even after the interview, if you're in person, they're still on, they're still watching. You know, tell me how you got in sim racing. You got to figure out in that 30 to 45 seconds, how do I tell that really cool story about how I got into sim racing? The most important rule, if you ever leave here today, nothing is ever off the record.
On the sim, you know what, the sim can be pretty slick, but once again, you don't have that feel. So it's all about, you just see the rotation happening on the sim, but you don't feel it. It's another thing when basically you have another sensory part of your body having to sense something. That's what sends the fear factor through you, right? And they're like, you see it on the sim, it's one thing, but now you're seeing it and now your brain's like, holy crap, I don't only see it now, I actually feel it. Like, what's this going on? Why is everything getting super, slick? And then all of a sudden now your brain is having to do 2 things at once versus 1 thing. So that's what they're going to have to get used to right here. And this is a great place to teach it in a safe environment.
Fear makes you look at what you're afraid of. This is the way our genetics are built. In driving, that's the worst thing you can do. Skid Pad helps teach you not to look at what you're afraid of, but to keep looking where you want to go, which is actually pretty good advice for life.
This is going to be your second on-track experience. You've already done the skid pad, and now you're actually about to jump into karts. So we're going to take you to the way, way back, right, where some of you may have possibly begun, maybe some of you have never karted before, maybe done rail karts, you name it, whatever. Today is about competition, right? We're about to jump into our first real competition of the day on track. So we're going to be jumping in these cars. We're going to be competing in multiple teams. We're going to have 4 teams going, so it should be a pretty good time. Right here behind me are your driver's suits. You got your helmets right above, and then right behind you, you have your amazing gloves. So let's get to it.
and our prodigies are out there. It's the final bit of day one activities, and we have split them up into 4 different teams with 4 different coaches as well. And now we will see how they all get on. The coaches are actually going to be out there as well with their drivers, so it'll be a great opportunity for them in this wheel-to-wheel environment to understand what they want to focus on in the next couple of days. This karting track is also Herman Tilke designed, and it does bear a lot of similarities in a lot of ways to the main track itself. Of course, the elevation change and the way the corners kind of rise and fall, but those rises and falls, those crests and valleys, that's what really requires the drivers to adapt around to the situation that they are dealing with. So as we're ready to go for the final kart event of day one of Prodigy Week, it is with Team Kenton Cook on the outside, Marco Page, Lorenz Herzing, and Nathan Saxon, the 3 prodigies in that team. We've got Randy Popes on the left-hand side and his team of Andrea Leonardi, Lauren Bertin, and Ciro Zambra. As we come toward the opening corner to get the green flag out for the final of day one of Prodigy Week.
What a run by Kenton Cook.
And that's now 2 places in 1 lap, but loses some momentum back up the hill to the line, and it's going to mean that Saxon has to get off the loud pedal for just a second. It is still quite close in terms of points, though, as the flag is going to fly. It's going to be Kenton Cook that wins in our final activities of day one of Prodigy Week. And with Nathan Saxon, Randy Popes, and Marco Page, Ciro Zambra, Lorenz Herzing, and Andrea Leonardi behind, it should be a victory going the way of Team Kenton Cook, led, of course, by sterling display of speed in the closing stages.